Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. I'm your host, Gerardo G. Money Pies, and this is our trade lounge session here. Do some free market speculation for the public, and then right afterwards, I do some little live trading. The small group that I have, welcome in for those that are here. And yeah, yesterday I thought gold was gonna pump up, and it did. I think it's going to some areas that I wanted for its price to go first from our Sunday speculation, which but ended up going down first, which is perfectly fine. But as always, right, these calls are for educational purpose only. And any trade idea is pure speculation, so please trade responsibly. Also, too, right, this is more of a kind of podcast type of trade lounge, like back in the day. Usually a lot of podcasts now are live now, right, where you actually see the person, but it's kind of like the a radio one. How we used to do it, listen to the radio, right? So it's kind of like a radio trading lounge. You get to see the screen, see some charts, and off we go. But hopefully we had a great trading week. Next week in the United States is Thanksgiving, so markets are starting. It's gonna go slow down pretty soon, pretty soon. Let's see who else is in here that I missed there. I see there Hula, welcome in. Let's see. iPhone, I gotta welcome in. Swanandi and Mazelda Hunter. What's going on, Swanandi? Welcome in, brother. This trade lounge student in the background, the way I have it set up, I don't think nobody can unmute, so I do apologize about that. We'll go on. We'll go on. All right, guys. So, however, though, you can always put your chats in there. This is my favorite view right now, the charts. Let me quickly go to the forex.com chart so you guys can see the speculation that I left before anything happened. The previous three bullish candles are important to me. We did have three consecutive bearish weeks, and then this one that just popped up. But my speculation this week, right, is I wanted price to go back to equilibrium based on Friday's price action, and which left the 20-minute drop base drop. So my intention was when the market opened on Monday or Sunday, I wanted to pull back to the 20-minute drop base drop and then come down. But because there was so much force, okay, there was so much force from Friday's price action, right? Strength means momentum, okay? Strength means momentum. So yes, price closed bearish and need to pull back. But if there's enough momentum, it's gonna spill over a little bit towards those lows. And that's exactly what it did here and exactly what it did there. Right. So it's kind of like, putting the brakes after you're running fast, right? You can't stop right away, right? Can't stop so fast. Um, and then so that's what's happening here. So I wanted first for price to come back to this 20-minute drop and then come down. And that's why in my opinion, guys, understanding momentum is very, very important because momentum can control the movement of the day, regardless of how the technical analysis looks. But now we're heading towards it. Okay, now we're getting the confirmation to head toward those areas. This is the Friday price action. Otherwise, there. And the low to high and that 20-minute drop base drop is literally sitting at the 61% retracement. 61% retracement. So today, probably, right, we'll look for buys towards it because why? There is some momentum that went towards it, right? And I think it'll get there, and then maybe here is it'll be more of a position to sell, right? Where you somewhat position yourself, and then from there, let the momentum turn intraday, and then see if we can continue back going lower. Is there any news today? Let me see. I haven't really checked. I know the news was down yesterday a little bit, right? Let's see. Uh, I haven't checked the news, guys. Like like the norm. Thursday, non-farm payroll, FOMC at 1 p.m. Okay, I see that there. President Trump speaks 11:15. Who's watching that new show on Apple TV? It's a little interesting. I don't know what to call. but the creator of Breaking Bad with that one lady, that's got me all. It's very very interesting. I forget the name of it. If anybody's watching, it's pretty interesting. Um, Thursday, November 20th. Yeah, so tomorrow is the big day. Just given because the what's it called? The government was closed and reopening and stuff like that. This all changed. I mean, we're doing the non-farm employment change November 20th, guys, right? 20 days in. You should do it on the first, and look what's happening. Um, so yeah, I think today we kind of pump up, and I think the volume from tomorrow will turn us around. Maybe the FOMC's when Andy would pushes us up to those higher areas and then come back down. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll take it a little bit at a time. Alrighty, let's see. What do I see? So let me go back to this chart. So we do got momentum to the top side. We had a Tuesday close bearish, Monday close bearish, Tuesday close bullish. Wednesday we already made the higher high, but I think there's some momentum to the top side. Here on the Saxo chart, which is almost the same as the Forex.com chart on the 2 hour, we have a rally-based rally. We already kind of dipped in here this candlestick already, right? We already dipped in there, so that's not bad. However, if we go back here again. All right, so back to these last three impulses here. Nice fib, right? Nice fib low to high. Again, rejected the 23%. And we're also that 4,000 price level, right, guys? That 4,000 price level is being stubborn. It's being stubborn right at 4,000. That is being very, very stubborn. It wants to stay there. It doesn't really, every time price gets there, it's been an area where it bounces. Okay, that's right there. So, my opinion, simply because we are closing the year, I think we potentially kind of stay in this range. Okay. So if we kind of step back a little bit and just lock in here, okay, and then I'll change this to the monthly view to see how things look. 3 consecutive bullish weeks. That is my control in the bullish direction. Price had needed a pullback. It came down, and then it kind of rebalanced back up here. This push up was because of these 3 weeks. So it came back down to the 78% touch exactly, and then it came back exactly right there to the 23% touch on that same fib, guys, on the same fib. So that if that is not picture perfect on the levels of the fib, I mean, it just is. Okay, it just is. Look at that perfect touch right there. I'm just noticing that myself. Perfect touch right there. Okay, so the fib does not lie. The fib doesn't play. So I'm thinking, right, as I mentioned to you guys, I think because we're heading towards the end of the year, I think we potentially just stay in range right here between the 23% and the 4,000. I'm not so, and that's the thing, right? That's kind of the thing why we're talking about ranges. If I think we're gonna stay in range there, it doesn't mean there's not gonna be a trend. There is gonna be a trend maybe inside of this range, right? This could be an impulse. This could be a pullback. This could be an impulse. We can enter here, and then once it makes a higher high, we'll wait for the lower low. We can enter there, and then we can take profit up here. And then once price this is up there, we'll let it distribute a little bit. And then we wait for it and wave to the downside to form. And then we can start entering there, pull back down, take profit, let the pullback happen. So again, though, right, guys? So I think, that's why I personally do not try to see the market as a range too much. It's important to know a range, but there's always opportunity with a good trading plan, with the amount of pips that you need to really capitalize. Okay. 1 second, there's an energy. So, but yeah, let me quickly look. Let's take us here to this view, back to this one. But this one now I'm going to get a little bit creative. I'm going to look at let's look at the month, okay? How things are looking in the monthly scale. All right, here we are, okay? That's why I love this indicator. Okay, one, two, yeah. So this is October, yeah. So here, this is the month of April. I'm trying to see how I see this. Not my favorites. Ah, that's okay. Let's just draw this. So this is April. So January, February, March, April. So this is January, February, April. This is September. This October, right? And obviously, this price action that has no box is November. So January, right? The first quarter, three consecutive bullish months in a trending fashion. April was very strong, extremely strong. April, right? It moved a total of 5,430 pips. Okay, so much strength there that it accumulated for four. Well, yeah, consolidated, accumulated, yeah, reaccumulated for 4 consecutive months, and then we had the breakout. Okay, so I am thinking October is going to be very similar to April. Okay, where the months of maybe November, December, and maybe the beginning of January, okay, we kind of stay in this range. Okay, makes sense, right? I mean, I think that makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me for that to happen. So we can go maybe dip down a little bit below 4,000, and that whatever price level this is up here, that's a good area for us to uh, to consider it as the high, which is 42.34. All right, so Nandy wants to check the 3 day. Let's see. I don't even think I have the 3 day. So Nandy, if I don't have it, I'm not gonna put it on, man. Let's see. If you look at 3 day, let's go. It might go back to the highs. Oh, nice little rally base rally there. Okay. This highs right here, Shanandi? Or are you talking about these highs? The 20, I mean, I don't mind it going back to the 23% highs, but I think it'll be a struggle trying to break the 23% uh these last uh uh these last quarters. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean I think we are gonna go higher. I think ultimately we are, guys. And let me just go back to that view again because I did like that view that we had here. Okay. I did like that view that we have there. Uh here with the monthly scale, right? Especially, this is the April, this was January, and then this was October. Okay. I think, and just in my opinion, right, that we will kind of stay in this range here, maybe for the next 2.5 months. And then but we can go back as low as, this entire range here. Then when we establish ourselves up, we continue on. We continue on. Right. All right. So let's see what kind of opportunity we have for today. Um, as we buckle down. So to me, my target for today is so here goes the daily, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's look at the sessions right quick. I actually would like to touch at the high of the Asia and then take it back up. How does that look, Daniel? Right? I think that's favorable right there. Okay. Let's measure the previous daily candle, even though it didn't create a high, right? Um, but it's still bullish momentum. Actually, hold on. Okay, I'm not going to measure the previous week. Okay, I'm just going to focus on two candlesticks. Okay, I'm going to focus on two candlesticks alone. I am going to focus on Friday, and I'm going to focus on Tuesday. That's it. And from here, I am simply going to use the fib on both. All right. I'm going to measure Friday's range from high to low. Perfect. This indicator, Dalia? Yeah, this indicator is it's from the TradingView community. It's called the higher time frame candles on lower time frame charts indicator. I use this. That's kind of my go-to. I'm technically a coder now. I can code here in PineScript, and I've been kind of like coding a lot of good stuff recently. And it just goes to the back of my mind, like, let me code this indicator, but I know I cannot do that. Like this guy, whoever, what's it, is it Boy Toiki? I think it's Boy Toiki. Um, or Kevin. I think they created the like, no, I can't. I gotta give them credit for that. Um, they do share their scripts, and no, I think they're a great source, and they deserve the credit. But yeah, this candle, these boxes right here, this indicator is called higher time frame candles. See, they got the source code right there. And higher time frame candles for lower time frame charts. Who is this? Oh yeah, K Rolo. K Rolo is his name. And good chart, very good chart. You can always come back and read the descriptions on how he does it. Um, I actually messaged him one time and I told him, hey man, where's it at? I think my message is here somewhere. I told him, hey, love your indicator. Can we add these pip ranges right there? So these little pip ranges, price ranges. He thought it was a good idea as well, and ended up adding them to his chart. But yeah, that's the indicator right there. HTF candle boxes for lower time frame charts by K Rolo. You can search it up if you want. Okay, I think Anna wants the link, right? Thank you, Nico. Can you grab it, or I can paste it? I can paste it just directly to her, no problem. Yeah, it'd be easier. Anyways, so yeah, so the two candlesticks that I'm focusing on, Friday and Tuesday. So Friday, right? Let's see. Let me do it Friday. Oh, nice, nice. The 61% of Friday to 30% of last week. Thank you. Good confirmation there. Um, so Friday, there goes the fib on Friday. Remember the levels that interest me the most is this one right here. Okay. So that's Friday's price action. And now let me measure Tuesday's price action low to high. Like so. Alrighty. So this is Tuesday's range low to high, Friday's range high to low. Okay. And we got a little rally base rally right there. Okay. I'm thinking we continue upwards. My speculation is we continue higher. The question is, right, where do we get within? Okay, where's price going? Where are we at now? And how do we enter? All right. So I think we're going towards 41, 42. Hold on. I am on equal, right? I'm just all over the place. I get onto my wife for being so much of a multitasker. And look at me over here doing the class and sending Zoom links. Anyways, I said, why do you buy OB? That's okay, darling. It's okay. Oh, gotcha. Here, and I'll get to that in a second. There's a price pattern in there that we mark up that's equilibrium. Okay, so this little rally-based rally, it's signs of control, signs of equilibrium. I like this area, guys, because see, Friday's price action had a lot of control. Okay, and the 23% of Friday's price action is important. Okay, and the level is right there. All right, right there. Okay. Let me quit. That's so okay. That to me is a good area. So this right, this at one point was resistance, right? That's what it's called, right? Resistance. That resistance broke, right? So we did a break and maybe what a little retest in this area to then take us higher. All right. What other confirmations we have there for support other than um the 23%? Well, the 23% of what? Of Tuesday is around there. The previous daily high price level is there. You see that, guys? The rally base rally price pattern is there, right? And if we go keep going lower in time frames, let me mark this up like this on purpose. Previous daily high. Okay, so we're creating layers of foundation, layers of support. And we go to the 20-minute chart, and that same area, right? How my old mentor used to say, how convenient is the high of the 23%. So I'm liking bullish entries, let's say around 40, 83. Let's put it like this. In my head, guys, and in my mind, as I'm doing this analysis, to me, just trading has become very, very simple. I know Idalia mentioned that she's a newbie, but for those of you guys who have been with us, is it that? I mean, I know the trading part is hard, right? But the marking up charts, has been gotten a lot easier for me. What would you guys do? You guys agree with that, or I mean, that's just how I feel. Because maybe because I say it all the time, and um, but bro, what's up, Daniel? Welcome in, brother. All right. So let's see if there's going to be something that won't allow price to go lower and then go higher. So now we know where the Asian high is at. We know the previous daily high is. Now let's look at that momentum. Okay. Now let me go ahead and hide my candles right quick in my indicators and lock in here on the price action by itself. Okay, boom. The 2-hour rally base rally is a good one, guys. Let's see. So we got a little stubborn little rally base rally right here. Boom, boom, boom. We somewhat balanced out this N wave. Okay, if we look at N waves, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. correction. We somewhat balance that out a little bit. Okay. And let's go to momentum, guys. Let's go to momentum now. That's the name of the game. Perfect right there. Little update on the SMT. Some of you guys have the updates. Some helping you kind of backtest a little bit, but it's very, 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 very nice and simple now. Got a little trend line there. And yeah, to me, structure is bullish, momentum is bullish, timing is also bullish. It's just a matter of okay, how far is it going to dip down to go up, guys? That literally is all it is. Okay. And then we can take us up to the top over here. Yeah, but everything is super bullish. What do you guys see? What's a good price? Daniel, what do you like? Anybody see anything else to take us up there? I like 41.40 today towards that 25-minute drop base drop. And back to your question, Idalia, right? See, there's this price pattern here that I like. This drop base drop. This price pattern here is something that myself and Mr. Marcus Morpheus McKinney we didn't discover it, but we put a name to it. For some a supply and demand strategy. I had lunch with him, by the way, a couple of weeks ago. He's been a little bit busy, but we're planning to get back on track as well. So here, sellers were in control. That's the story that it's telling us. It created all this big drop. And then this is also an equilibrium zone. Okay. That price likes to come back to and use those levels. Okay. Use those levels. So I think we're going to head towards there. I would like for us to get down to maybe, I don't think we're going to get down to the previous daily high based on momentum. Okay. The momentum is strong. So maybe 4,100. 37.13. Oh, the animals were taking it all the way down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure, Danimal. Not sure if you got in there. When did you get in there? And so forth. But yeah, I think we will get lower at some point, but I think we're gonna stay between this 23-78% range. But for today intraday, if we get up here, there's a good area to potentially position ourselves for a drop. Perfect. Just gonna share. Yeah, so if yeah, let me share this chart. I would say where's 4,100? Maybe 40. If we don't get down below to the previous daily high in the Asian session high, I do like maybe back down to 4,100. And then we use the structure low down here as a stop loss. Okay. And then we can take it back up there to 41, 42 areas. All right. So that's my speculation for this now. Let me show the link here. Okay. I'll be right there. So then see. I removed it, man. I removed it. Yep. And see, here's the thing, man. The volume of these ETM candlesticks, right? This is definitely the equilibrium. Okay. But it doesn't always have to come there and dip in there, right? So even here, man, like even if we kind of just use that second candlestick of the rally-based rally, right? That's what you're referring to. So check this out here, man. This is where the madness of that 23% comes. And one thing that I started noticing over time. Look at that. You see? If we just measure that candlestick by itself, price broke out of the 23%, came back and retested the 23%, and it turned around. If we're looking to rebalance this, it's the higher probability that it will continue from yeah. Oh, gotcha. Nice. I don't even know what it, I honestly won't even know what that means, man. But what's it called? Yeah, so the momentum will I think will take us back up. We are establishing above the 23%, guys. So just a matter of things to return bullish, and we're off we go. Sorry, guys. You guys have my chart. That's the speculation for this Wednesday morning. Um, Updates are coming very soon. The green lines. Oh, sorry. These green lines right here. It's the indicator, Dalia. If you're talking about these, it's an indicator that I have. So these are automatic, right? Yeah. I have a small community that has access to this indicator. So yeah, hopefully that's the one. But yeah, guys, for those of y'all who joined on the live trading, I'll share the link in our group, and we'll see you guys in the afternoon for the weekly recap, so we can have some eyes for our Australian family over there. It's okay, Dali. It's okay. Um, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for the attendance. We will see you guys on the next one. Bye now.